Welcome to Cray Outdoors. We are once again back at Quaker Lake. Once again, we've got about an hour and a half. We're going to try and make it count. Hopefully we can get on some fish. They just stocked this lake with a ton of trout. They stocked it a couple weeks ago with trout. It got a second stocking of breeder trout. So there's tons of trout in here. Hopefully they'll be around. And if we don't catch any trout, I'm sure we'll at least get on some bass. And hopefully some pike. This is the time of year when the water first gets cold like it is right now, that the pike start biting. So I've got on my brand new spinner bait that I got out of that giveaway that I won. I'm excited to try that. And we'll see what we can catch. Well, every time we go in on the island, crazy stuff seems to happen. So we're going to try fishing off the island again today. I know the trout have been hanging out in this area. So I've got some live bait with me. Might try a little bait fishing off of here and see how we do. If every time I've been here so far, crazy stuff has happened. Some bones from a fish right there. Looks like the osprey found a trout. Got a bite. Doesn't seem like anything decent. I think it's just a perch or something. But one thing I've learned in my years of fishing, you never know. Feels like a perch or something. Sunfish. Not a bad sized sunfish. But it's not the trout that we were after. At least we're on the board. Alright, Mr. Sunny the sunfish. You can head right on back. And let's see, is it a trout, bass, pike, or snagged carp? It's big, whatever it is. Uh-oh, it's going into my other line. That's never good. I think it's a trout. Of course, it could be a bass, pike, or snagged carp. It's in my other line. I've got a mess going on now. We're way up in the inlet. I think it's a trout. Maybe a snagged trout. No, I think it's illegally hooked. Come on, get in the net, get in the net, get in the net. Don't like the look of that net. Not no way, not no how. I'm scared of that lure flying back in my face. It's too dark for sunglasses, so I got no eye protection. Big brown, I believe. If I don't lose him yet. He's wrapped up in my other line, too, to further complicate issues. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Almost, almost. Come on, Creighton. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. He's under the kayak, he's under the kayak. Never good, never good. No good, no good, no good. Got him. Yes! Big old brown trout, baby. Alright, and he is hooked in the mouth. I think the line got wrapped around him there. Just part of the confusion. I'm bringing this thing to shore. I'm close enough to bring it to shore. That's going to be the easiest method at this point. Holy cow. Hit on the Challenger lure over there. Alright. We're in. I think. Oh, come on, 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 come on. Whoa. And I'm wet, I'm wet. Get the fish on shore. Now let's get the kayak in the water, hopefully. Got 3 lines attached to me. Of course, I got a line cast out. There goes my paddles now. What a disaster. Alright, let's get this pole, get my paddles back before they swim away. I think that trout can probably come home with us. So I'm not going to worry about killing the trout. Yeah, he's a stalker. He's going to come home with us. Cool. Pretty fish, big fish. Easily 20-some incher. That might be my biggest fish landed on the kayak. Choked that Challenger minnow. Check that out. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And yeah, we'll bring him home. I mean, he's on shore at this point. We're just going to take him home. And I think my measuring tape is in my pocket, so we'll measure him real quick for you guys. Quick measurement here. He is, wrong side. My PB, I believe, is 23 and a half. He's 23. on the dot. He might be 23.5 if we stretched him. So not my PB. He about ties my PB, but not my PB. Beautiful trout. Cool. Alrighty folks, well, as you can see, it's getting dark. I don't feel like putting that trout in my kayak. So my plan is I'm just going to take a few more casts here while I'm at the inlet here. Then I'm going to walk back to my car, which is just right down there at the next field over from the inlet. Not a far walk at all. Grab my kayak, and this is actually a nice short little easy walk. It's actually going to be even easier bringing my kayak in here because I'm not going uphill. It's a tiny bit longer of a drag, but it's not uphill. So this is going to work out just perfect. We got one big trout for an hour and a half. I'm happy with one huge fish like that. Biggest fish I've gotten on the kayak yet. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next fishing adventure. Howdy folks, welcome back to Cray Outdoors. Today we're back at the beautiful Quaker Lake Inlet. Just going to fish for about an hour here. The trout seem to be really hanging out in this area, especially right before dark. So we're going to see what we can catch. See if we can catch some of those breeder trout now that I think I finally figured out the pattern. Suspending jerkbaits. Specifically, the big trout I caught the other day was on a Challenger minnow. And I really think I've been coming here a lot this week because I've been seeing the fish swimming around. But I think I finally figured out the pattern. I haven't been catching much, but I think the suspending jerkbait is the way to go. So what I should have used, probably from the beginning. We've also got a muskie spinner with us. I believe this is a muskie buck. Typically, it's been my experience that when you have a lot of these big trout in one area, the monster pike that eat those trout are usually not far behind. So I'm going to throw around some jerkbaits, throw around the muskie buck, and see if we can catch a big old trout or a big old pike. We're after big fish today, but we don't have a lot of time, so it's all or nothing here. Got on one. Heck yeah. Hee-haw, yeah, buddy. Took a little while. We got her. Is it a brown? I think it's a rainbow this time. Sure my drag's not too. Yeah, my drag's about good. Let's go for the net. Net is ready. I just need to bring the fish in. Rainbow this time. Cool. Beautiful rainbow too. At the point where I'm almost ready to start using my headlamp. Got him. Yeah. Heck yeah, beautiful rainbow trout. Big, beautiful rainbow trout once again on the Challenger minnow. No, 25. Cool. Yeah, we'll call him 24.5. Yeah, we'll call him 24.5 inches. 24.5 inch rainbow trout. Alright. Picture's taken. Let's release this guy before he kills himself here. I know I'm going to get some hate for putting him on the grass, but I mean, I don't have much of an option here. I guess I could have tried keeping him in the water. Those stocked fish are pretty hardy anyway. They're definitely a lot hardier than a wild fish. What an awesome experience. Cool. I could have kept them, but I've still got a lot of trout in the freezer from that last one. So we're going to let them go today. And I guess we'll, real quick, I might run back, grab my headlamp, and real quick we'll try and catch another one. Folks. Put down the headlamp this time. Starting to slay him now. I don't know how well this one's hooked. I don't know how big it is either. It's another big rainbow. Another big rainbow. He's not hooked as well. Gotta get him in the net fast. We got him. We got him. We got him. We got him. Lure did end up breaking off there, but lure got stuck on the net there for a second. Another big rainbow. It's not the same fish I just caught, is it? Is this the same stupid fish I just caught? Did it just bite again? Let's measure this thing. If it's exactly 24 inches, it looks like the same fish. He's definitely hooked right in the mouth again. The Challenger minnow there popped off. I think this is a different one. This one's about 25 inches. 25 inches this time. It's a little bit bigger than the last one. Came in easier, and wow. All right, we're gonna get another quick picture and get this guy released. Pronto. Rainbows tonight, not browns. Uh-oh. Come on, camera. Come on. No, my phone's gonna die. Are you kidding me? Oh, my battery's dead. Alright, well, I'm going to turn off the contour roam and take a picture with that real quick, and then release him. Alright, well, real quick there, I just took a picture with the contour roam while it was on my head. We're going to go ahead and release this fish right into the net. This fish ain't beat up quite as much as the last one. It was a real doozy. But this one's definitely, he's fatter than the other one. Look at the size of that rainbow. What a beautiful fish. We'll grab him real quick and revive him. Look at the colors on that thing. What a beautiful fish that is, folks. Look at that. 25-inch rainbow trout. I'm just going to let him acclimate for a second. The other one was ready to go pretty much right away. I usually wait for they're ready to just completely take off. There he goes. Cool. Alrighty. Sweet, 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 sweet. Another awesome rainbow trout. Let's keep fishing. We got to tie that Challenger minnow back on and do some work here because it got all tangled in the net. That was not a good net job that time, but we managed to get the fish in. These stock trout don't fight quite as hard as like the lake run steelhead, but they're still a lot of fun, and they're absolutely beautiful fish. Alrighty, well, thank you folks for watching. Pretty crazy day today. You know, the first 45 minutes that I was here, nothing, and then in the last 15 minutes got those two big giant rainbow trout in a row, both on the Challenger minnow here. And I just want to let you guys know what you are not seeing is the work that I put into figuring out this pattern here. I live right down the road from here, and I came fishing here at the beginning of the week and saw all these trout swimming up in here right before dark. So I figured out that pattern early on, and I've been coming down here almost every single night trying to catch these trout. And I haven't been able to catch them on anything, spinners, spoons, the drifting minnows even, the types of techniques that I normally use to catch Quaker Lake, or to catch trout at Quaker Lake this year just were not working. That's why it wasn't an accident that I was up here on my kayak the other day. I think I'm going to combine these videos because I only caught one fish in that video. So I'll combine that video with today. It's not an accident that I was fishing right here on my kayak because I knew at the end of the night that these trout were swimming up this channel. So that's why I knew to come up here after I didn't catch anything on the lake, and that's why I caught that big brown here. But I finally decided to tie on this jerkbait the other day when I was on my kayak and figured out that finally found a lure that they're hitting this year. So I feel it's safe to tell you guys that simply because every year here is different. It's weird that they're even up this far right now. Normally they don't come up to the inlet till like spring. Normally they just all hang out down by the dam. And there is a lot of fish hanging out down by the outlet. But those fish have got a lot of people fishing for them. They're being pressured right now. And since I discovered these fish that are hanging out here at the inlet, that's what I've been working on trying to figure out this week. And finally figured it out. I'm glad I did. Unfortunately, I'm going out of town this weekend, so I won't get the chance to fish this spot again until next week. Hopefully the pattern stays the same, but who knows. Good news is I will be fishing for steelhead this weekend while I'm out of town, which are a lot more fun than these stock trout. They fight a lot harder, and they're just crazy. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next fishing adventure.